It's Rob from In-House Solutions, and today we're going to look at a new add-in from Mastercam. So Cloud NC has created Cam Assist, which is designed to automate the cam process within Mastercam to shorten the toolpath time. So let's take a look at a part and see how that works. So I have this part on my screen. We're going to program like this upper side and the lower side. So Cam Assist does allow for either 3-axis or 3+2 methods. I'm just going to do the 3-axis for today. I have my vice set up, my stock all chosen in that. So let's go into my machine group properties here. You can see I have my stock already set up according to the shape that I've defined. One thing to note that we do have to define a master model. Isolate that. This is a model I have chosen. If you don't choose this, then you will get a warning within the application that this needs to be selected. Fixturing, I can add that in if I want. Maybe I'll add in that vice. And I could add in my tooling here, but I'm going to leave it as is and go through the application for that. Okay, so now I'm all set up. Let's get rid of that. I'll keep that vice on for now. So you can see I have a ribbon, Cloud NC, and I can open my Cam Assist application. So this gives me 3 ribbons, and we're going to start going through each one of these individually. So I can choose my tool library. If I do a drop down there, you can see all of them that are available. I'll leave it at the Cam Assist one for now. And again, I can choose material to utilize. In the machine portion, I just have a default one chosen, but you notice there's some values that need to be populated in here. So the ones with the asterisks on it. This one helps generate the cutting parameters for that, for our toolpath. So those sort of need to be added in. It should be added in by your machine. And then as I said earlier, we do have different machining modes. So I have a 3-axis or 3+2. I'll leave it at 3-axis. And you can see it creates my machining group down here. So I am using just the top plane. I could choose a different plane if I wanted to. I'm going to select a couple avoidance geometries. Just grab maybe those 2, the jaws. And I'll just push escape. You can see they're added in here. And then the last one in this ribbon is the work holding security. So I can define if maybe my setup isn't quite as secure or maybe it's a poor setup. And then the system will sort of look at that and determine what tools are best to use. I'll leave it at excellent for now so we can use our whole library. And then in the tool use section, again, we can specify our libraries. We can see the number of tools available for the tool summary. It shows our stock. And we have some options for setting up our cutting parameters, how we want them to work within the application. And then if I go down to tooling, you can see all of them are listed in here. And I could then specify if I want this allowed. I can sort through these myself. And I'm just going to leave everything set up for now and leave it as is and let the system choose the tools it wants out of here. The advanced ribbon shows our toolpath types. So what toolpath we want to use, or ones if we don't want them to do any spot drilling or deburring or something like that, I could unselect those and then it would leave those operations out. I'll leave them all selected for now. We have some options for our geometry. So if we have a faulty model, we can have it fail on errors or proceed with errors, and it gives us a whole tooltip on what all those are, what all those entail. And then I have a button for machine full parts. So as soon as I unselect that, then I'm given the option to select the faces that I want to machine myself. So I'll just leave it at full part for now. Let me just scroll down a bit. So in our roughing section, I can decide my stock to leave for those roughing values, whether on the axial or radial cuts. And then the hole patch, if I choose that, if you have like holes in your model, and you're using it for like 3D toolpaths or something like that, it will automatically fill those holes in. Create a patch on each one of those. And then the bottom section, the final section, is we can choose our finish operation order. We can choose our finish operation toolpath, whether we wanted to do area mill or horizontal. And then for freeform areas, maybe like this red in here, we can decide if we want it waterline, hybrid. So I'll leave it at waterline. And then for deburring, I can choose what tool to use, a ball mill or a chamfer mill. And then that's all I'm going to select. We'll leave that all set up like that. And let's choose a green check mark. So now it's going to take it some time to look at the part, create those tool paths, and then it will create them into groups in that. Okay, so it's generated 25 operations, and it comes up with this warning. It says, CAMSS generated 25 operations, machined 105 of 223 surfaces, which is what I'd kind of expect because we are only doing one side. So I'm going to push OK on that. Okay, and then you can see it's brought in all these tool paths and then organized them in groups. So I have a facing group, I have a roughing group, I have a group for my flat faces, for my wall faces, for hole making, freeform, chamfering, and deburring. So it's got to go through the regeneration process and finalize those tool paths. So I'll let it run through that. Okay, so there, all my tool paths are now created. And all of these, you can then go in through them. Just like any Mastercam toolpath, to change it up or remove ones, maybe unnecessary ones that you feel fit that aren't necessary. So let's go into a verify and just see what that looks like. There we go. And then I'm going to play through that. And then I'll just do a quick compare. There we go. You can see it's created all those operations, finished up my part nicely on that side. So that's Cam Assist for Mastercam. And in the next video, we'll look at creating the other side, toolpaths on the other side of this part.